What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Abundant Will podcast, episode 32. I hope everybody had a nice 4th of July and everybody still got their fingers and traveling went okay and everything's all good. So, yeah, I think I didn't even see any fireworks yesterday at all. Jill was supposed to. She plays in the Joliet American Legion band, and they were supposed to do some performance over in New Lenox, but then it just started pouring rain and thundering and lightning, so they canceled it, and we just hung out at home and played Crash Bandicoot because we figured out that you could download it on the PS4, which I guess is a common thing, but I don't play video games ever. I think the last time I played video games was the last time I played Crash Bandicoot or Mario or something like that anyway. So, but I really haven't gotten much better, let's just say that. So, all right, well, let's get into it here. So, last episode we talked about like how powerful you are and stuff like that, right? We talked about how you're made of stardust and light, and every cell in your body has a spark of the divine, um, sacred geometry in your body. The energy in your body right now is equivalent to an atomic bomb. Okay, but here's the whole thing. Uh, do you believe it? Okay, because for any of this stuff to work, I mean, you have to believe in what you're doing and in your outcomes, right? And this was very difficult for me. I would have to say the last 2 years. Okay, so like I said, I've been on this path for, I don't know, maybe since late 2019, 2020, something like that. But I mean, I was still learning the whole time, and I really didn't know much. It was just a lot of reading, of a lot of listening to podcasts and things like that. But here's where my challenge was. Okay, so I'm saying that I'm living a life of uh love, light, and truth, and abundance flows to me, and everything like that. And then I go to the doctor and I get a call, hey, turn around, you have to come back, your blood work is all messed up. And then they tell you, okay, well, you can't go anywhere because if it's too dire, you might die. So the first thing they said was, we're gonna fix the hernia, and then put the dialysis catheter in, right? And I'm supposed to be living in love, light, and truth and have abundance flowing to me, but this is happening, right? So, I mean, it's just life, right? Just life. But so in my head, am I having like doubts and things like that? Yeah, absolutely. I didn't even when I was first told, I didn't even know or think that I'd be able to even have another transplant or get another organ. I thought it was one and done. That was my understanding ever since way back when I first got one. So I mean, yeah, that was tough to hear. But then right away they said, okay, well, we could put you on the transplant list, this, that, and the next thing. So my whole point is, um, you know, I had to go through this, and if anybody else is going through any kind of medical whatever right now situation, um, whether it be an organ transplant or something with your heart or pancreas or cancer or anything. I mean, I'm just this is what helped me get through it, because I mean it it's very tough to go through something like that. Like even at work and stuff like that, like I thought I felt good until I actually like got my transplant, and now I know how I'm supposed to feel. Dude, I didn't feel good at all. And I know I've shared this before in other episodes, but I would like wake up in the morning. Sometimes I would have to puke for like a half hour. Just I don't know. It, I had to throw up. I don't know, dude. It was just sometimes it happened, sometimes it wouldn't. I don't know if it was just um like side effects or whatever from the dialysis or what, but I thought I felt good, dude, but I didn't. And not only that, my job is a physically demanding job. Everything we do is just physically demanding, and 95% of it could kill you too. So I mean, and that's when I realized, like, dude, I gotta do something to get out of this, because I mean I'm fighting for my life here, but I also have to go to work for 10 hours a day every single day. You know what I mean? Stuff like this. So so it was very difficult, and yes, I had doubts, man. I had a lot of doubts. I mean, just I'm telling myself one thing in my head, but reality is completely different, right? So I just want to say that if you have those thoughts, that's okay. And I realized this too when I was going through it as well. It's okay to have those kinds of thoughts, doubt and stuff like that, but is you just can't entertain it, okay? Because that's when you start giving it power. So you want to just recognize it, that it's just a thought, it passes, whatever. And this is what I told myself. I just told myself that everything is working out for my greatest good. I know that for a fact. And I mean, basically, it has thus far. So, so yes, if if you're going through any kind of medical situation or addiction, any kind of thing, but while you're working toward growing spiritually and trying to manifest whatever life you want and walk in abundance, then you just have to remember that those are just thoughts, and it's okay to have them. Just don't entertain them. So I told myself all the time. I just told myself everything is going to work out for my greatest good, and I understood a little bit that everything everything is a lesson, man. Everything is something to learn from, and maybe I had to go through that again because I didn't pick it all up the first time. I mean, I don't know, but thus far, everything I've focused on the good. um, did my best to fill my heart up with love, light, and truth. And when I had those thoughts of doubt and stuff, I just told myself it's just a thought, let it go, and that everything is going to work out for my greatest good. Okay, so so you really have to believe in your power and believe in yourself. Believe in your ability to ascend to Christ consciousness and to live a life rooted in love, light, and truth. Okay, and you have to believe that abundance is your birthright, and there's enough for everybody because not everybody wants the same thing. So and okay, so if you're having trouble or doubts or you're just starting this kind of stuff, this is like I, like I keep saying, this is the only way that that worked for me, that I know what works. So I'm just sharing it with you, okay? But I mean, it's basically you have to reprogram your subconscious. So it's repetition, right? It's repetition in reading, repetition and meditating, repetition and I mean, being selective with your music and things that you're listening to, stuff like that. And like I said, I write your goals down, write them in cursive before and before you go to sleep, read them, read them a couple times over, so it gets in your head because that's what has to happen your in order for everything to change. You have to change your your subconscious because it's been programmed to basically live in fear and lack and things like that. Okay, so repetition and like reading, meditations, affirmations, even if do say them, even if you don't believe them in the beginning, eventually you will. So just keep saying them. And I mean, if if you're trying to walk down this road and down this path, it's basically it's going to be a lifetime of discipline. Okay, of discipline and being a person of love, light, and truth, and understanding that this is a lifetime of discipline, honesty, and building your character with love. Okay, uh, and that's it. And it takes time. Um, so it's basically like uh, you you have to you have to know. You have to have a knowing. That's uh, what's his name? Wayne Wayne Dyer. Yeah, he called. That's what he calls it. He calls it a knowing. So like if I I know every day that at 6:30, if I'm home, all the animals are going to start circling me, waiting for me to feed them and stuff like that. So, or just knowing is the same thing as a belief, but you have to have ultimate confidence in what you're doing. And and you could get there. You can. It takes time, man. It takes a little bit of time. Like I said, you're the bridge, right? So you could feed the material world or sin or whatever you got, whatever you want to call it, or you could feed the spiritual and try to do your best to gain enlightenment and spread love, light, and truth, dude. That's the only thing that matters. Um, because if you put if you put love out constantly to the best of your ability, then it comes back with interest. I promise you. I guarantee it. I know it does. Okay, so just the simplest terms that I could put it in is if you could just honestly be truly grateful every day, then you're already sending out a good or a high vibration, a high frequency, being grateful. And then if if you're honestly grateful, it's easy after that, you know what I mean? Because when you're grateful, then all you want to do is love everybody and spread love, light, and truth anyway. So you have to believe in your goals, your dreams, yourself. Okay, and like whatever you're trying to manifest or accomplish in your life. So when you're getting there, basically you just want to meditate about it. I guess pray about it a little bit, but don't pray from a place of hoping and wishing and begging. Okay, you gotta pray from a place of like commanding and confidence. Okay, and and you you have to believe in what you're doing, and then once you pray or meditate about it, then you just have to like let it go. Like don't just know that it's coming, assume that it's already yours, and then you just whenever there's an opportunity, I wouldn't say you go like knocking down doors or anything like that, but wherever there's an opportunity to enhance or help your situation get to your end goal, I would take it, but you can't put like an expectation on how or when it's going to happen. You just have to like let it go. You know what I mean? And do your part as you see fit, but you don't want to mess with it too much because the universe will surprise you in I mean ways that I can't even explain. So you have to be open to that. So that's basically where we have to get to is assuming, knowing, and believing in the power that we have to create the life that we want, because like I've said before, you've created the life that you have. So if you want something different about it or something new or anything like that, then you're going to have to change yourself, right? So believe in yourself, believe in your power. We only get one life, right? One life. So live a life of the mystical, the magical, and abundance. And believe in yourself and believe in your dreams. Okay. Um, Let me just, I'm just checking over my notes here. Make sure I got everything. I knew this probably wasn't going to be a very long episode, but I just wanted to um just kind of bring it home that everything everything you need is right here and right here. So, I mean, just believe in yourself and believe in the power that you have and believe in your ability to create the life that you want and to walk and live in abundance because you can. And look, if I could do it with uh all the trauma that I went through as a kid and as a teenager and most of my adult life, and then again with this transplant. If if I could do it, anybody could do it. I promise you. Okay, because it was tough, dude. Yeah, it was hard. I don't know where I went or what I did to actually like get through it all, but I just I just got up and did what I had to do every day, even though I was totally exhausted and having a lot of thoughts about doubt and stuff like that. But like I said, I just had to remind myself and constantly tell myself that everything is working out for my greatest good. And I believe that, but it was difficult going through it and maintaining that, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to tell you guys that, you know, that's the key. Believe, uh believe, knowing and assume that whatever you want, it's already yours. And then walk in love, light, and truth, and watch the magic happen. Right, folks. So yeah, I hope everybody had a nice, safe Fourth of July. One thing I forgot to mention tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment. It's actually for the liver doctor, so we'll see what he has to say. I haven't seen him in a while, so it's just been kidneys for a while here. So tomorrow I'll see the liver doctor, and I'll get back with you guys probably sometime later this week. All right. So I hope everybody has a wonderful week full of magic, the mystical, and abundance. And I hope everybody does their best to shed some love, light, and truth. All right, because that's what we need, and we all need each other too. So, all right. If you guys like what you hear, I'd appreciate it if you would like and subscribe, or comment or anything. um, all right. So thanks, and I'll see you guys later this week. All right.